In a heated political back and forth that has exposed deepening fractures within South Africa's governance framework, the Democratic Alliance, DA, has come out swinging against President Cyril Ramaphosa, accusing him of downplaying serious fiscal threats that were flagged by opposition leaders and financial experts alike. The controversy stems from Ramaphosa's recent remarks suggesting that alarmist statements regarding a possible budget collapse were exaggerated, irresponsible, and motivated by political posturing. In his latest address, the president attempted to calm public fears, stating that South Africa's fiscal trajectory remained manageable and under control, despite evident concerns around ballooning debt, a shrinking tax base, and rampant corruption-related leakages. In a strongly worded media briefing held at Parliament on Tuesday, DA federal leader John Steenhuisen rejected Ramaphosa's reassurances, labeling them a dangerous form of denialism. He argued that the president was attempting to rewrite the narrative after months of behind-the-scenes panic in Treasury over the deteriorating state of public finances. South Africans deserve the truth, Steenhuisen stated firmly. The president cannot continue to insult the intelligence of our people by suggesting that these warnings were political gimmicks. They were based on cold, hard fiscal realities that this government continues to ignore. The DA cited a series of reports from National Treasury over the past year which warned of a looming fiscal cliff if urgent reforms weren't implemented. One of the most notable warnings came in mid-2024, when Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana acknowledged during a parliamentary briefing that government spending obligations were dangerously outpacing revenue generation. Analysts from both local and international agencies have consistently flagged South Africa's unsustainable public wage bill, the underperformance of state-owned enterprises, and weak economic growth as primary factors destabilizing the budget. Moreover, the DA reminded South Africans of the proposed budget cuts that nearly saw critical services, including police resourcing and health funding, trimmed in a desperate bid to plug growing fiscal holes. The president's statement that these threats were overblown is not only dishonest, it is offensive to the millions of citizens who face the consequences of this government's reckless spending, said DA Shadow Minister of Finance Deon George. We were staring down the barrel of a fiscal gun, and the only reason we haven't pulled the trigger yet is because of mounting pressure from us, the media, and civil society. According to the DA, Ramaphosa's comments are part of a broader pattern of blame shifting and avoidance. Steenhuisen emphasized that the ANC-led government has failed to implement the kind of structural reforms necessary to stabilize the economy and protect the country's credit rating. Every time we speak up, they say we are fearmongering, Steenhuisen said. Yet, when the financial house begins to burn, they want to pretend they never saw the smoke. We will not allow them to rewrite history. The DA has always warned that unless corruption is tackled head-on and state-owned entities like Eskom and Transnet are cleaned up and partially privatized, this country's budget will collapse under its own weight. The DA is now demanding that Ramaphosa and National Treasury make public all internal memos, communications, and projections that inform the president's latest stance. The party argues that the public has a right to know what assessments were made and whether the president's statements are consistent with the Treasury's real-time data. Steenhuisen has also called for an urgent parliamentary debate on fiscal transparency, noting that Parliament cannot perform its oversight role if crucial information is being withheld. We are not playing games, Steenhuisen said. This is about national stability. The people deserve leadership that tells the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. The longer the ANC pretends everything is fine, the more painful the eventual crash will be. With national elections on the horizon and economic sentiment remaining fragile, this latest clash between the DA and the president could play a significant role in shaping voter perceptions. As inflationary pressures grow, unemployment remains staggeringly high, and basic services falter, the public will be watching closely to see whether Ramaphosa's optimism is based on reality or simply political spin. For now, the DA remains adamant. The warnings were real, the threats were grave, and the president owes the nation an honest reckoning.